Welcome to the Literary Titan podcast. In every episode, we dive into a book we've just read and share our thoughts, from best-selling authors to rising literary stars. We read it. Now let's talk about it.
The Meditative Contemplation feels less like a conventional book than a staged interior performance. A gathering of aphorisms, prose poems, meditations, and lyrical monologues arranged around spirituality, adversity, love, wisdom, death, blackness, and legacy. What held me all the way through was the sense that zO-AlonzO Gross isn't trying to build a neat argument so much as a lived atmosphere. He moves from compressed lines like "time leaves stretch marks" to longer pieces that open into memory, social critique, and testimony. As in the barbershop vignette, They Call Me Speak Easy, with its grief over gentrification and lost Black community, or the recurring insistence that art, suffering, faith, and self-knowledge are bound together. The book's visual dimension matters too. The paintings and photographs don't feel ornamental. They reinforce the sense that this is a collaborative, almost theatrical object, one that wants to be seen as much as read. Gross writes with a seriousness that can be hard to pull off, and here it works because the conviction is real. When he says the artist has to love the work past indifference, bad turnout, family doubt, and years of invisible labor, I believed him. The same goes for the passage comparing fighters and artists, where the body blows of one life meet the psychic blows of the other. That idea could have landed as a slogan in weaker hands, but here it has bruises on it. I also liked how often the book risks tenderness without getting soft. A line about love arriving as a cold bottle of water next to her bed at 3 a.m. is so simple, so unshowy, and because of that, it lingers. Even the spiritual passages, which lean grand and incantatory, have a searching quality rather than a smug one. The book keeps returning to the thought that to know God, or truth, or purpose, you have to strip away performance and get closer to the self beneath it. This is a book whose force comes with rough edges, and I mean that as praise. The diction can be florid, the capitalization and stylization relentless, and some pieces hit with more depth than others. There were moments when the aphoristic mode flattened complexity into a pronouncement, but even then, the voice felt urgent, personal, and proudly self-fashioned. The sections on Blackness especially gave the book another register, sharper and more satirical, turning wit toward racism, stereotype, and the humiliating absurdities of public life. Those pieces widened the book's emotional field. They reminded me that Gross is not only meditating in private, but answering the world, sometimes with sorrow, sometimes with laughter, sometimes with a line sharpened like a blade. The artwork and photographs throughout fit the pieces beautifully, and they add a thoughtful, provocative visual layer that deepens the book's reflective mood. I found The Meditative Contemplation uneven in the way many deeply personal books are, but also vivid, memorable, and unmistakably alive. I came away feeling I'd spent time inside a singular mind, one that believes art should console, provoke, testify, and leave a mark. I'd recommend it most to readers who like poetry-inflected nonfiction, spoken word energy on the page, and books that care more about voice, spirit, and emotional truth than formal restraint. It's a book for people who don't mind a little intensity if the feeling behind it is earned, and here, more often than not, it is.
Thanks for joining us on the Literary Titan podcast. If today's review sparked your interest, be sure to pick up a copy of the book and experience it for yourself. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a rating, or share it with a fellow book lover. Until next time, keep reading, not just to escape, but to grow.